everyone. Today we will be starting with chapter number 7, that is 8051 Hardware Connection and its hex file. So let's move ahead to the content of this chapter. So in this chapter basically we will be learning about the purpose of all the pins of 8051 microcontroller. Then we will be discussing about the hardware connection of 8051 chip, and then we will be looking upon to the design of 8051 based microcontroller. Then we will be seeing how to upload Intel hex file. So these are the objectives which we will be looking upon in today's session. So all of you know that this is the pin diagram of 8051 microcontroller IC. This is comprising of 40 pin IC as you can see. 32 pins are occupied by the IO ports of 8051 and rest of the pins are allotted for power supply and grounding purpose. So this is the pin description of 8051 IC. You can see this is the look of 8051 microcontroller IC. This is a 40 pin IC which you can directly fit on breadboard, and then based upon your application you can connect it to various other applications, and then you can have the output result. So now we will be looking upon to various packages for IC. First package in this category is QFP, that is Quad Flat Package. Quad Flat Package is basically, you can see all the four sides have been covered with the pins of IC. You can see the difference. Quad flat means the IC will be in flat structure and all the four sides of IC will be covered by the pins. So this way this package is different from 8051 IC. Now this is the diagram for leadless chip carrier. You can see the diagram over here. Then next is the pin description for 8051 IC. So basically this IC is a 40 pin IC from which 32 pins have been allocated to IO ports, that is port 0, port 1, port 2 and port 3. And from all these 3 or 4 ports, 32 pins are occupied by this IO ports out of total 40 pin IC. Rest of the pins are dedicated to power supply pins, that is VCC, ground, then XTAL1, XTAL2. This is allocated to external frequency or external clock. Then RST pin is for reset, EA, PSEN and ALE. These are all enable pins that we will be looking upon in the upcoming sessions. So all these pins have been allocated for power supply purpose, and these are common for all members of 8051 logic family. Even for 8031 family, these pins have been allocated at the same pin number. So this VCC pin, pin number 40, which is allocated as VCC pin in 8051 IC, this pin is for power supply pin. Supply voltage is given over here as 5 volt, when pin number 20 is for ground purpose. In any device or in any applications, we have two pins compulsorily, that is the power supply pin VCC and the ground pin. Without these two pins, no device or no application is going to be run. So these are the two basic pins which are listed over here as pin number 20 and pin number 40. XTAL1 and XTAL2, these are basically on-chip oscillator pins which require external clock to be connected with it. Whenever you want to adjust the frequency of your microcontroller, at that time these pins are used. Most oftenly we are using quartz crystal oscillator in place of these pins to control the frequency of microcontroller. Then this is the diagram of XTAL1 and XTAL2. Basically, this is the crystal oscillator diagram, and here the most widely used crystal oscillator is used as it is offering the higher stability compared to rest of the oscillators. So this is the connection for XTAL1 and XTAL2. Moving ahead with the diagram of this, next one is the reset pin. Whenever you want to reset the diagram or pin diagram, at that time you can use the RST pin in the pin diagram, which is allocated at pin number 9. Then next is pin number 9 is allocated to reset pin, and it is an input and active high pin. Whenever you will apply high at that time, that pin will be in reset mode. So microcontroller will reset and it will terminate all the activities upon applying the reset button. So this will offer a reset on being applied high logic. So this is the role of reset pin. Whenever you want to terminate or whenever you want to shut down all the activities which are currently going on in microcontroller device, at that time you can press this reset button to switch off all the activities and to start it from afresh. So this is reset button. Next one is the pin diagram or the connection of reset button with the switch. So this is the diagram or the connection shown here whenever you want to power on switch with the reset button. Then next one is the description for port 0. Basically port 0 has been allocated 8 pin as an IC from AD0 to AD7, and this can be used using the ALE pin, that is address latch enable. Whenever address latch enable will be 0, it will provide data D0 to D7, and whenever it will be high, it will provide the address for A0 to A7. So this way this port is going to be used. The next one is the connection for port 0. As you can see, this way the controller pins can be connected with the port. This already we have discussed in IO port programming. Moving ahead with port 1 and port 2, the role of port 1 and port 2 is similar as port 0. Whenever you want to access the address bit, you have to simply provide ALE as 1, and whenever you want to access the data bits, at that time you have to provide 0 to address latch enable. Then you can provide the lower 8 bits via A0 to A7, and in P2 you can provide A8 to A15 as an address. So this is the advantage of port 1 and port 2. This can be designated as dual function. Next one is the port 3, which occupies a total of 8 pins, and to this pin number 10 to 17 is allocated to port 3. This port is allocated for some additional functions which are extremely important as a microcontroller device, that is receiver, transmitter, then timer applications, read-write applications. All these things, memory related operations can be performed using this port. So this is a special function port. Then these are the values of registers whenever you want to apply a reset. If you want to apply reset, then you have to set 0000 to program counter. Whenever you want to apply a port as a reset, then you have to apply FF. This way, these are the reset values if you want to reset any specific register. Then the next one is the clocks per machine cycle for 8051 microcontroller versions. So for Atmel version, the clocks per machine cycle are 12. For Philips version, clocks per machine cycle are 6. For Delas version, it's 4 and 1 for the updated one. So this is the clocks per machine cycle. This we have discussed whenever we have studied it, the delay calculations. Then the next one is how to upload Intel hex file. See, this Intel hex file will be used whenever you want to upload the code in your microcontroller, whenever you are coding in your assembly language or C language in your software. After running that code or compiling that code, hex file will be generated, which we are loading in our microcontroller device through a loader or a burner, and then that device will run according to the program which we have loaded in that device, and that program we are loading it in the hex file format. So this is the program you have written, for example, and now if you want to load this program into your microcontroller device, then you have to simply load the hex file. This is the hex file which is automatically generated by the compiler or by the simulator. And this hex file you have to simply load in your microcontroller device. So these are the format for hex file. Hex file must provide the number of bytes of information to be loaded than the information itself, and the starting address has to be provided from where you want to place the information. So this is the way of analyzing Intel hex file. Then these are some basic tiles which are consisted of 6 parts whenever you are generating any hex file. That means the semicolon, each line will be starting with semicolon, then CC is your count byte, then AAAA is your address, then TT is your type. So these are some hex style which are listed over here. This DDD, that means a data, and SS is your single byte. So these are some codes which you can refer whenever you are checking in hex file. So this was regarding the hex file generation and hardware connections of 8051 microcontroller. In the upcoming sessions, we will be learning more about the practical applications of 8051 and connecting it with different applications. Thank you so much.